A lot of people are saying or asking, is Jay-Z next? Again, Sister Jaguar Wright been talking about this. Jaguar Wright says Diddy better start snitching. Jay-Z is next, calls out celebs who supported Diddy.
Imagine this. Your best friend is caught up in something so messed up that you're forced to choose between loyalty and doing what's right. That's exactly what Jay-Z is facing with Diddy right now. This isn't just some petty beef. This is a decision that could rock the entire hip-hop world to its core. Jay and Diddy go way back, but with these new revelations, Jay's loyalty is being tested like never before. People think they know the full story, but trust me, there's way more going on behind the scenes than anyone realizes. This isn't just about friendship. It's about legacy, reputation, and the future of hip-hop itself.
I think it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to take Jay-Z down. Just because I think he's really in deep with the people above him. So I think like they really gonna try to protect them as much as they can. But boy, this brother is connected to a lot. A lot. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Girl, remember when Jay and Diddy were tighter than your favorite jeans? These two were the ultimate power duo in hip-hop, ruling the game like kings. Back in the day, you couldn't see one without the other. They were more than just friends. They were brothers from another mother, building empires and making money moves together. Picture this, Jay and Diddy, young and hungry, hustling their way to the top. They started from the bottom, selling CDs out of their trunks, and look at them now, Jay-Z with his Roc Nation empire and Diddy with Bad Boy Records. They weren't just making music, they were creating legacies. But it wasn't all work and no play. The parties these two threw? Legendary. I'm talking about bashes where champagne flowed like water, and every A-lister was begging for an invite. Remember that white party in the Hamptons? Or the new right by his side? They were making power moves left and right, and it seemed like nothing could stop them.
So what are your thoughts on all the his celebrity friends that denounced those allegations and were like, this is false, and they were saying, yeah, should they speak up now? Should they speak up now?
I think it's getting a little too late for those who are complicit. For the victims who have been too afraid to come forward because the diddler has been running around with impunity.
The diddler.
It's time for all of the victims to come forward. But for the people that have been denying it, you know what? Let's not be coy. I am Jaguar. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it on.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
Now, Carisha and Rick Ross just sat down together in an interview.
I know. Two Diddy doo-wop bops. What a reunion. Only thing they got
Now,
will Diddy start snitching?
She threw it up. Yeah,
He better. He better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is...
So, I know what she's saying, like, Diddy, again, this is all on if he make it to trial, but probably in order for him to get less time, he's going to have to take down a lot of people with him. That's the main reason why I said I don't know if it's gonna make it to trial. You know, because if Diddy talks, ooh-wee. Oh, unless he's like just done, unless he's like, you know, I can't do no 20 years in jail. You know, like if they say, you know, we're gonna give you 30 years. If you talk, we give you 20. I don't know. I can't do no 20 years. I ain't gonna say nothing. I already know what she about to say.
Everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
I'm interested in him talking about is everything he knows about Kathy Coriana White. See, I know you know what happened to Corey. Diddy, I know that. You and Jay-Z. Down in Vegas at Tao with Claudia. Why don't you just talk about Kathy? That might help. That might help a lot.
I was saying, if those who don't know who Kathy is.
Kathy Coriana White, Jay-Z's pregnant mistress.
Yes.
Who died 24 hours after she announced that she was going public with their relationship and the baby. While he was married to Beyonce.
But you know how it goes in this game. Nothing lasts forever. The streets started whispering about cracks in their friendship. At first, it was little things. Jay skipping one of Diddy's parties. Diddy not showing up to support Jay's latest venture. People started asking questions, but both of them played it cool in public. The pressure was building, though. Something big was about to blow, and everyone could feel it. The air was thick with tension every time they were in the same room. You could cut it with a knife. Their crews even started side-eyeing each other, and the rumors? They were flying faster than a New York minute. Then came that day. The day everything changed. What really went down? The streets are talking, but nobody knows the whole truth. All we know is that after that day, things were never the same between Jay and Diddy. It was like a switch flipped.
Was it an aneurysm, Diddy? Or are you the one who paid the same coroner that you... Oh, Diddy, you should talk.
Do you feel the federal government will probably speak to Jay-Z in regards?
They already have.
Oh.
They talked to him before he made that Super Bowl announcement. Isn't that interesting? He was questioned by the feds before he made the Super Bowl announcement. Blink twice.
Oh. I still haven't seen that movie.
Oh, this about to get fun for me.
See?
There's nothing like, have you ever seen what happens to a rat when it's trapped in a heated environment?
Oh, it'll eat through anything.
Claw eat its way through anything. So I want y'all to imagine this. I got Jay-Z on his back with his stomach exposed. Diddy is the rat that I'm using.
Oh.
And I'm gonna take a metal trash can and put it right on Jay-Z's stomach with Diddy right in there. And I'm gonna heat that bitch up and see what he eat through. Fuck you, Sean. Both of y'all. I got you, bitch. I told you.
As the U.S. attorney came on and spoke on the indictment, next to him you see 6 U.S. AUSAs, his assistant attorneys. I believe 1 pregnant, 1 a little older, but all white women. What are your thoughts on that when you see 6 women assisting the U.S. attorney?
A small choruses of Nancy Graces?
Basically.
I think it's fabulous.
Yeah. Need it.
Oh, that
Sean
video.
P. Combs, he's a bad guy. Man, can't wait to see it.
Now, y'all might think you've heard it all about Jay and Diddy's fallout, but let me tell you, the streets are whispering something so scandalous, it'll make your jaw hit the floor. What if the real reason behind their beef isn't what anyone expected? Buckle up, because this tea is scalding hot. It all went down at that infamous club night in Miami. The music was pumping, bottles were popping, and everyone who was anyone was there. Jay and Diddy rolled in like kings. But girl, something was off. The tension between them was thicker than peanut butter. Now, here's where things get messy. We've got 2 very different stories about what happened next. One of our sources, a close friend of Jay's, swears they saw Diddy get into a heated argument with one of Jay's people. Words were exchanged, threats were made, and before you know it...
Want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
This beat, damn. Now, she goes in a little deeper. Here it is, 1150, where she specifically calls them out again.
Oh, absolutely. I just don't know why they are. It's been happening in front of everyone's faces for decades. For decades.
How many victims?
What's the difference between me and Judy Garland? Social media.
But hold up, because Diddy's camp is singing a whole different tune. An industry insider close to Diddy claims it was all a big misunderstanding. According to them, Jay overreacted to a harmless joke, and things spiraled out of control from there. They're saying Jay's the one who started the drama. So, who's telling the truth? It's harder to figure out than a Rubik's Cube in the dark. The timeline of events is messier than a toddler eating spaghetti. One minute they're toasting to success, the next they're at each other's throats. And don't even get me started on what happened after they left the club. The streets are saying there was a confrontation so fierce it makes their public beef look like child's play. But here's the kicker. Amidst all this chaos, Jay-Z made a decision that shocked everyone. Instead of keeping quiet and handling things behind closed doors like usual, he chose to speak up. Word on the street is that he couldn't stay silent any longer. Something Diddy did crossed a line, and Jay wasn't about to let it fly. In a move that left the whole hip-hop world shook, Jay-Z decided to snitch on Diddy. Decision? Oh child, it's messier than a food fight at a 5-star restaurant. Friendships are crumbling, alliances are shifting, and nobody knows who to trust anymore. The game is changing, and we're all just waiting to see where the pieces fall.
How many victims?
There was none for her.
It's true. Judy Garland's a lot of stories coming out about how awful she had to deal with things back in the day.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well.
Jay-Z and Beyonce is who she just named.
They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, Pierce.
Dude, that's either super stupid of her or super gutsy, Lewis. It's hard to sort of tell what's going on there, but those are some fierce words coming in from Jaguar Wright. What are your reactions there?
Scary. I hope none of this is true, but we'll wait and see. I think she brought up an excellent point, because we tend to always vilify social media. And I didn't mention this during the show while we were live, but social media could do some good. It could elevate people's voice and give a voice to people that wouldn't have a voice in the past and stuff. So, and then, I don't know if you're going to run it, but after this, a lawyer suggested she does get a lawyer up and stuff. And I don't know this lady. I haven't followed her. I don't know. Her body language seems to indicate that she's sure of what she says. But then there's a few instances where it looks kind of like an act. So I'm on the fence there as far as maybe there's some truth and maybe there's some not truth.
Well, Vlad TV came on after and pretty much just completely negated everything.
Well, Jaguar Wright is known to be a conspiracy theorist. I don't really co-sign anything that she says. I've never had her on my show, and I don't have any plans to have her on my show.
You don't believe her?
She got an album in 20 years, and a lot of this stuff is just stuff she's heard, things she's making up, and so forth. I'm not saying that there aren't serious things that Diddy may have done, but yeah, I can't co-sign anything that Jaguar Wright is saying.
I'm not sure if there's saying that he may have done. Dude, this dude, it was weird because I've never had an issue with Vlad. I guess didn't pay attention enough, but he's pretty much signing for Diddy the whole time and just completely calls out Jaguar, but then goes ahead and makes his own conspiratorial sort of thoughts, as Lewis and I noticed throughout it. It was pretty shocking. So, and then yes, this is the lawyer. I don't have her name, but she came on. She was wonderful. She called them both. She called Vlad a culture vulture, and she called for what he's done to black artists. And she said Jaguar needs to get a lawyer to be careful. She's the same one that says she's seen the tape with the high-level celebrity, which she told Pierce is shockingly higher than Diddy, bigger. And Pierce was kind of, wow, really? They're now talking about, are they going to be able to buy that tape? It was a little confusing, but the full Pierce Morgan's there available for you to check out. But these aren't the only names coming out. I wanted to take a moment to focus on this Ashton Kutcher article that just dropped while we were live as well, which he's apparently not on the Fed's radar in the Diddy case, contrary to news reports. Really, Ashton, huh? Now, reports were saying he was concerned about getting dragged into the case, but federal investigators do not have him in their crosshairs, TMZ has learned. Multiple sources with direct knowledge of the Diddy probe tell TMZ Ashton is in no way a target of the federal criminal investigation, including Diddy. I'm sorry, excuse me? Since when do the feds tell TMZ who's in and who's not? This is such BS. Such BS. He's been so nervous putting it out there. Oh, Diddy's going to leak something that's not true. He's so preemptively now trying, and this is now an additional piece. And I'm like, are you actually hiding something, brother? A source close to Ashton tells TMZ, Ashton, that's what it at least seems to me, that this narrative has got to stop. Ashton has nothing to do with this. Zero involvement, zero knowledge of these Diddy activities. Ashton, like everyone else in Hollywood, attended a Diddy party 20 years ago.
Girl, you're right. This is some real messy stuff. Jay-Z was caught in the middle of one of the most difficult decisions of his life, and no matter what he did, someone was going to get hurt. The loyalty they built together over the years, making moves, building empires, and backing each other up in the tough times, wasn't easy to throw away. But at the same time, if the rumors about Diddy were true, Jay had to think about the bigger picture. It's wild how quickly the music industry can turn on you when secrets start coming to light. Jay was respected for keeping it real, but if he stayed quiet while his old friend was up to no good, how would that affect his reputation and his own empire? The street code was clear. Don't snitch, don't turn on your own. But what if the cost of keeping...
Really, dude? You attended one Diddy party? Dude, you hosted them. You were there a lot. You were hanging out with him a lot. You were on talk shows talking about how much you can't talk about the Diddy parties. He was literally on Hot Ones, Lewis, filtering through the party memories. I can't tell that one. I can't tell that one. I can't tell that one. Dude, you bozo, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. And yeah, there were reports that he was terrified Diddy might run to the feds with false allegations. To me, this is so preemptive. This is such bad damage control. He was going to go tell false allegations to weasel out of jail time. But according to TMZ, Ashton has nothing to worry about. Nonsense. If anything, after reading this, I think he should be more worried. This damage control and this PR spin, to me, makes it seem like he's absolutely got something to hide. Why is he putting out something that Diddy's going to put out false things about me? Okay, weird. Oh, no, I don't have anything to worry about. The feds aren't coming after me. Do you buy this, Lewis, or does this seem like crazy PR spin?
Who's buying? I don't buy that the feds warn people if they're being investigated. That's kind of weird, right? And also, if they say, I mean, does he have a phone number that he calls, like 1-800-FED? Hey, are you investigating me? No. Okay. So let me report on this. I don't get how that works. Look, he's been on the news a lot. Danny Masterson case. And then now the P. Diddy thing, praising the parties. So yeah, he's going to be questioned, and the internet is interneting and making a lot of those old videos become viral. But we've also seen other actors that have been named come out and give a similar statement. I went to the parties a long time ago. I've moved on. So we've seen that a little bit.
Yeah. The other one that we're seeing now is Elon Musk is getting called out. Aubrey O'Day has now added her name to the pile, claiming that Elon Musk knows way more than he's implying. Now, Aubrey O'Day has been one of those people that's been very vocal against Diddy for quite some time. She's been one of the heroes that had the guts to sort of call it out first. Here was the tweet that Elon put out there. How many people in the music industry knew about this?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is news to me. Well, shocking, because I don't know if you know this, but Puff is an investor in Twitter, Musk said. He's a good friend of mine. We text a lot.
The drama surrounding Jay-Z and Diddy has definitely taken the streets by storm, and the theories are running wild. Some people are saying Jay might be feeling jealous of Diddy's success, while others think Diddy's past actions are finally catching up with him. The memes? Out of control. It's like the internet's in overdrive, with captions like "Top 10 Anime Betrayals" plastered across old photos of Jay and Diddy. But it's not just about memes and drama anymore. Some insiders are genuinely concerned that if Jay-Z, one of the most respected figures in hip-hop, breaks that no-snitching code, it could change the game forever. Is this the start of artists turning on each other more openly? Are we about to see a wave of people speaking out about what's really going on behind closed doors? Just when the public thought they had this figured out, unexpected voices like Chance the Rapper and Kendrick Lamar drop some serious thoughts. Chance's tweet pop. Only time will tell.
Would you like a woman to be the judge over this thing?
Oh, that would be beautiful. That would be beautiful.
That's crazy too, because I mentioned that when I seen those women lined up, and I was like, man, they're just there and they're hearing all this stuff that all this stuff they're reading that went on at these parties and all that. Yeah.
I don't think that'll happen.
But do you know who I would rather see a woman preside over? Jennifer Lopez.
Ooh.
When she's finally held accountable for the part she played in the harm that was put on Natanya Rubin's life.
The lady in the club.
Do you think they'll bring up charges on Jennifer Lopez?
They better. She committed perjury. And the attorney that was representing the defense side of that suborned perjury. Last time I checked, there's no statute of limitation on perjury. We can start there. Let's bring Jenny to the cell block. She's been to every other block.
Go ahead, sister. Talk your talk.
Sometimes they'll open up a case to bring light on other cases. Do you feel the Shine, the club night with him and Jennifer Lopez will come back to light?
Oh, absolutely. It has to.
Oh, yeah.
It has to.
Yeah, definitely.
If it was good enough to be content on Law and Order for what? The 12th season, episode 9? The one episode, 3 Dog Night, that they have done a public statement saying they will never air on television again. Matter of fact, they went and they edited out in the box set. They replaced it with an episode that's now gray. But it was 3 Dog Night. And the part of Jennifer Lopez was played by Kerry Washington. Idris Elba played the role of Diddy.
Gotta find this episode.
You gotta look hard. It took me and Odell forever to get it, and we have to track down one of the original box sets.
Wow.
Yeah. And guess what happened in the end of that episode? When they finally tracked down the starlet who they were hiding from everyone so she never had to testify. The male rapper took the charge, so the case was closed, and that's when she finally admitted that it was her that did the pow-powing. And they just let it ride. Isn't that funny? How similar does that sound to what really happened with J-Lo, Shine, and Diddy? And you want to know what's funny? Ice-T knows a lot of people from that time, and he used to frequent at that club.
Oh.
He would have known all of the real details of everything that happened that night. And rather than someone forcing it back into the law's hand, it became an episode.
I was like, Ice-T, I forgot he's on Law and Order. Golly, man. There's so many people connected. There's so many people that know so much. I told you, everybody now to say, hey, I left the parties early. That's what everybody's saying now. I left the parties early. I wonder if they're looking at those tapes going, nope, it's 3 o'clock. They were still there. Yep, he said he wasn't there. He's still there. She said she left. She's still there. Dang, man. Ice-T. This is the first time I heard his name brought up. I'm going to have to check out that episode. My wife watches that show.
Girl, this whole Jay-Z and Diddy situation is shaking up the hip-hop world like never before. Back in the day, we thought beef was just about diss tracks and Twitter wars, but this is a whole different level. The hip-hop community is literally split right down the middle, and you've got some of the biggest names taking sides in a way no one ever saw coming. The question is, whose team are you on? When Jay-Z dropped that bomb about Diddy, it was like lighting a match in a room full of fireworks. The explosion was instant, and the drama spread faster than you can say scandal. The streets are buzzing, and everyone from rap legends to rising stars is chiming in, and they're not holding back. Team Jay-Z, you've got some serious heavyweights showing up. Eminem, always tight with Jay, came out swinging for his boy. He posted on Instagram, saying sometimes doing the right thing means losing a friend, showing major respect to Jay for speaking up. Even Rihanna, Jay's former protege, liked the post, which got the streets talking even more. But on the flip side, Diddy's got his ride-or-die supporters too. 50 Cent, who's had his own beef with Jay in the past, surprising thing is spiraling. And now, it's not just about Jay and Diddy, it's about the entire industry's view on loyalty, truth, and what it really means to keep it real. The heat is on, and everyone's trying to figure out where they stand in this epic hip-hop showdown.
For Law and Order SVU, a lot of money was made off of that. Natanya Rubin has not begun to see reparations for what happened to her life. How did NBC get to profit off of it?
That is crazy.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a cold world.
If it was good enough to be a television episode, it should be good enough to be reopened for charges. Because clearly there were other people that knew the truth of that story.
The fact that Keefe D is in jail for Pac's murder, do you feel like they may go even deeper to the 90s in regards to just asking?
They have to, because that's the beginning of everything that's leading up to the tragedies that are about to happen now. We have to go back to the beginning. Everybody knows at this point in time, Keefe D ain't do it. He's already made it very clear he had a profit deal, which means he's been working with the government all this time. When are people going to start asking how long Diddy and Jay-Z have been cooperating with the government as well? Everybody was cooperating with the feds but them? Doesn't make any sense. What I do know, though, is that everyone is starting to notice things that they didn't notice 15, 20 years ago. Suge isn't looking like the monster that everyone painted him out to be.
That's what they were saying.
And Diddy sure ain't no choir boy. The more we start to uncover things, we're starting to realize that whatever we've been led to believe, it's actually the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Like I told you, you guys got to talk to that girl, Love Jones, and talk about her times last summer on a Sprinter van, and where she was put in the van given a drink of De Leon. She said it didn't feel like an alcohol high. It felt different. She felt tingled all over almost instantly. Y'all need to talk to her. Because she was partying with, I believe, Justin and Christian Combs.
The Sons.
This was last summer.
The Sons. You know, a lot of people was like, man, that's messed up. I wonder how his kids feel. And I was like, hold on now. You know, because a young one made that diss track. You know, I told y'all about the dry snitching he did. And a lot of people were saying that, you know, they were helping recruit some of them girls. So, what's that song? It's a family affair. It's crazy. Crazy, man. So I know they seen a lot. I know they were at these parties too.
Girl, the streets are on fire with theories and takes, and they're coming from everywhere. Some folks are saying Jay-Z is just jealous of Diddy's success, while others think Diddy's been playing dirty for years, and it's finally catching up to him. The memes, girl, they're off the charts. My timeline is flooded with old pictures of Jay and Diddy, captions like, top 10 anime betrayals, and to Jay-Z, it's all wild, but there's more to it than just jokes and drama. People in the industry are starting to worry that this whole mess could change the game forever. If Jay-Z, one of the most respected figures in hip-hop, is willing to break the code of silence, what does that mean for everyone else? Is the era of no snitching over? Are we about to see a wave of artists calling each other out in public? Just when everyone thought they had this story figured out, some unexpected voices stepped in and changed the game. Chance the Rapper, known for always being about positivity, came through with a tweet that got people talking. He said, "Before we pick sides, let's remember we're all twists and turns than a roller coaster. And it's far from over. The hip-hop world is on edge, waiting to see what happens next. Will Jay and Diddy ever make up? Is this the end of an era? Or is it just the beginning of a new one? One thing's for sure, nothing will be the same after this."
It's bittersweet. I'm just praying that they will keep him in, because I think that will give a lot of victims the courage to say and speak and come forward. But until they're good for it, I'm gonna keep doing it. The Jay-Z victims are gonna be worse.
Ooh.
They're worse because of the psychological torture that comes along with what he does.
Do you think Jay-Z is scared right now?
Oh, he's terrified. He's terrified. He's losing confidence everywhere. But the only confidence he's worried about keeping secure are those white boys that he worked for. That's his only loyalty.
I said it.
Not even to his wife is he loyal.
But what do you think? And just again, hypothetically, if his kids, as young as they are, asked, "Daddy, who's that man on TV getting arrested? Isn't that your friend?" What would his response be?
He wouldn't respond. He would just laugh and walk away. That's Sean Carter.
Them kids ain't watching no TV.
He doesn't own up to anything. Ever. Gaslight you right in your face. Do it smooth. He's a sociopath. He doesn't have any real feelings or emotions. Everything is transactional.
Even his marriage.
You know? I think the only time he's really comfortable and happy in his own skin is when he's laying in the warm embrace of a man.
Jack, come on. Jack.
What?
Come on, man. You can't paint those kind of pictures into people's heads, man.
Why it got painted in the mind with the videotape that I saw of him looking very happy in the embrace of a man. I didn't want to believe it.
Damn, okay. Well, Jack,
I couldn't believe it. Then it all made sense, you know?
Jack, what was the last conversation that you and JC had? How did that go?
He told me he was going to end my career and make sure no one in the world ever knew I existed. And I told him it was a pretty big world. And we'll see, Sean.
Amazing hat trick.
The interviewer always tripped me out, man, when they're just like, I feel like we be having the same facial expressions. Damn. Will Diddy talk? Will Diddy live to talk? If he lives to talk, who names will he mention? Those are the two stories right now. Is will he be able to talk? And who will he bring down? Because I can imagine there's a lot of people that's saying we need to find a way to take him out. I can imagine it's a gang of people who are saying that to try to protect their character, their just everything. Hey, again, appreciate you guys coming over and watching, man. Shout out to the Real Life Production. Shout out to Jaguar Wright. These videos are going to keep coming out. All right. They're going to keep coming out because there's going to be more news coming out.
Girl, this Jay-Z and Diddy saga? Oh, it's far from over. The truth is messier than a toddler eating spaghetti with their hands. We thought we knew the whole story. But honey, we've only scratched the surface. What's next for these two hip-hop giants? That's the million-dollar question on everyone's lips. Jay-Z's decision to speak up has changed the game. It's got people wondering if the old rules of loyalty still apply in the music industry. Are we stepping into a new era where keeping it real means calling out your friends when they mess up? Only time will tell. One thing's for sure, this ain't the last we've heard from Jay or Diddy. The streets are buzzing with rumors about what's coming next. Will there be a reconciliation? A full-on war? Or will they both just... It might just change everything we thought we knew about friendship, loyalty, and what it really means to be a boss in this industry.